Hey guys, it's me Punam from Khao, and today I'm going to show you how to make Marcha no Shaak.
I don't have to tell you to hit the like button and to subscribe if you haven't already. Marcha no Shaak is a classic Gujarati recipe that we have at home maybe once or twice in a month. It's pretty easy to make once you get a hang of it, and it's just so delicious if you enjoy something that's a little bit spicy with a little bit of a sweetness to it. Let's have a look at the ingredients. I'm using large green chillies, but you can replace this with padron peppers if those are easily available to you, or also in some markets you can buy very similar looking red, green, yellow coloured peppers or capsicum peppers that are quite sweet. Those work really well as well because they're a perfect size and they have that sweetness if you don't want to have the chilies. You're going to need chickpea flour or gram flour, chopped coriander, lemon juice, sugar, salt, oil, water, and for the spices, red chili powder, a coriander and cumin powder mix, turmeric or hardar. And then for the temper or the vagar, you're going to need black small mustard seeds, asafoetida or hing, and cumin seeds. First of all, we're going to dry roast our gram flour. To do this, I'm going to use the same pan that I'm cooking my shaak in, and I'm going to sieve it through just so that I have a nice smooth flour. Sift your flour and add it to the pan, and now dry roast it for about 2 minutes. Not too long because we don't want it to go overcooked. Make sure to keep on stirring the flour in the pan so that it doesn't burn in any way or overcook on any particular side. Once the 2 minutes are over and you've dry roasted it, take it out into a large mixing bowl and place this on the side. Next, we're going to prepare our chilies. This part is optional, but I do prefer to remove the seeds. You don't have to if you don't want to, but these particular chilies that I've got are really spicy, and I keep a few seeds in there, but majority of them I will remove them. And because I have eczema, I do actually wear gloves when I do this, so you can do the same thing just to avoid your hands from burning for the rest of the day. One by one, I'm making a slit all the way down chili, and then using the tip of the knife or even my finger, I'm just pushing out the main core of the chili, and this helps to loosen any seeds. Then I'm going to turn it around, use my finger to just wedge it open and just tap through for the seeds to fall out. You can actually save these seeds if you like, dry them in the sun, grind them up and use them sort of like a chili powder as well if you like, or you can just discard. Once you've done the same process for all of your chilies, put these on the side. We're going to get ready to make our flour mixture. Start off with 3 spoons or around 1.5 tablespoons of the coriander and cumin powder, followed by half a teaspoon of red chili powder. You can use less or more based on how spicy you would like this. The turmeric powder or the hardar. Add salt as per your taste, and sugar. Give all of the dry spices and the flour a really good stir with a wooden spoon. Next, we're going to add our fresh ingredients. I'm going to start with the lemon juice, which is freshly squeezed, followed by half a cup of freshly cut coriander. Give that a real quick mix with the wooden spoon, and then we're going to add our oil. For this next part, you're going to add the oil in parts, because this is really dependent on the texture. So the amount of oil that I've advised in the caption section is how much I've used it for this, but it really does depend on the texture and how much flour you have. What I'm doing is I'm adding about 2 tablespoons to begin with, and I'm only mixing it with my fingertips, and I'm creating a sort of breadcrumb-like texture. So after I've done this well once, I'm going to add another tablespoon of oil, and I'm going to continue mixing it until I have a very nice coarse breadcrumb-like texture. You should be able to squeeze the flour in your palm and it should hold together, but then also break apart very easily. That's kind of the texture that we're going for here, as you see me demonstrating. Lastly, this is an optional ingredient that I like to add sometimes, and I have been told by my mum and my aunties that it tastes really good, is I'm adding some crushed sesame seeds. I've got about half a cup here, so you can do the same. Add less or more if you like, or omit this ingredient altogether. Add the sesame seeds and then mix with the spoon so it mixes all through, and then we're ready to fill our chilies. Because my mixing bowl is so large, I've just moved the mixture on one side and I've got all of my chilies so that I can one by one fill them. In order to fill them, open the chili with one of your fingers and then fill the mixture all the way to the end. You want to make sure that you've got really nice, well filled up chilies so that when they cook and when you bite into them later on or eat it with your rotli, it's really delicious and they're well stuffed. Now what you want to do is once you've used up all of the mixture for the chilies, you should have a little bit remaining. What you want to do with this is add about half to 1 cup of water and give it a quick whisk or just stir with a wooden spoon just to loosen up any of the spices, and then put this on the side. You're going to need this later. Now for the vagar or the tarka or the temper, we're going to use the pan that we used earlier to dry roast the flour. I'm going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil to this and wait for it to heat up. Then I'm going to add my mustard seeds, followed by the cumin seeds once my mustard seeds are popping. Then this is going to be followed by the hing or asafoetida. Once all of these are really releasing the aromatic smells, I'm going to add my chilies. Now you want to cook these all through on all sides, slowly mixing them around the pan, making sure that they brown on all sides. You do want to keep the gas on low here so that we don't overcook or burn our chilies. This should take roughly around 15 minutes to fully cook, and as you can see, I am also using the lid to just close it so that the steam of the pan will also cook the chilies on the inside and all of the lovely masala or the spices that we've added and the flour we've added inside the chilies. Once I can see that my chilies have browned all round, I'm going to grab that water mixture that we saved earlier with the gram flour, and I'm going to add this in. I've been taught to just save and be convenient when it comes to cleaning and washing pans, so I'm also adding an extra half a cup of water to my bowl, and I'm just adding that in as well. Then I'm going to give the mixture a really good stir, and then once again cover for about 10 minutes to let this cook. In between, every 2 or 3 minutes you do want to keep stirring, just that we can ensure that nothing is burning and it's cooking well throughout. After about 15 minutes, I would suggest you add another half a cup of water if you do want your mixture to have a little bit more of a sauce, or you don't have to if you don't want to. Once you've done that, give it another stir and then allow it to cook for just a few more minutes, and this is done now, so you can take it off the heat and serve immediately. I have finished with a sprinkling of coriander or dhana and served it with lovely fresh hot rotlis. You can also eat this the next day and take it for lunch with a wrap or something as well if you like. I hope you guys have enjoyed this traditional Gujarati Marcha nu Shaak recipe. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share our videos. We really appreciate it. See you on the next video. Thanks guys. Bye.